Most seniors suppose eggs are the gold, widespread for protein. However, they've been lied to. What if I instructed you that the meals sitting at wide variety 3 on our list nowadays has over 5 instances extra protein than eggs, in keeping with 100g? And it truly is now no longer even the maximum effective one, because the primary meals will screen nowadays. It has even extra, and it is so potent. Scientists are reading it to reverse muscle loss in stroke patients. Eggs best come up with approximately 13 grams of protein, in keeping with 100g. But the meals on this video cross manner past that, a few hitting up to 60 grams. And this is the terrifying truth. 99% of seniors do not even recognize these exist. Meanwhile, muscular tissues is silently vanishing after 60, causing weakness, sluggish walking, or even falls. In this video, we screen the 10 meals which have extra protein than eggs, ranked from wide variety 10 to primary. Stick round due to the fact primary is probably the maximum overlooked, maximum effective muscle constructing meals at the planet. And you'll locate it with inside the most unearthly aisle of the store. And yes, each declare on this video is subsidized via way of means of actual posted research, which you could locate related in the outline below. Before we dive in, allow us to recognize with inside the remarks where are you looking from, and how's your strength been lately. We're analyzing and replying to each comment. Now, without any delay, let's start with meals wide variety 10. This one hides in simple sight, however. Maximum humans haven't any concept how effective it actually is. Number 10, Greek yogurt. Strained, non-fats 10, 3 gram protein in keeping with 100 gram. You've probably heard Greek yogurt is healthy. However, maximum seniors do not comprehend simply how protein-packed the non-fats pressure type certainly is. With over 10 grams of protein in keeping with 100g, it easily beats a boiled egg, which best kids. Round 6, 3g. That's almost double the muscle constructing cost for much less fats. What makes Greek yogurt unique is its triple strained process. This removes a lot of the liquid whey and lactose, leaving in the back of a rich, creamy texture. It truly is tremendously dense in protein. A 2020 scientific evaluation posted in Nutrients discovered that older adults who ate up as a minimum 20 grams of dairy-based protein every day confirmed a 25% improvement in muscle renovation over 12 weeks, especially whilst blended with walking. The nice part, Greek yogurt is one of the very best meals to consume and digest, even for people with touchy stomachs or moderate lactose intolerance. For maximum benefit, bypass the sugary fruit on the backside versions. Instead, select plain, non-fats Greek yogurt and stir in a spoon of flour flax seeds or sparkling berries. You also can use it as a creamy excessive protein base in smoothies, dips, or even dressings. Now, let's pass to a sudden protein champion. This has been sitting to your pantry for years, and it is in all likelihood amassing dust. Number 9, chickpeas cooked. 11.2 grams protein consistent with 100g. Most human beings see chickpeas as simply a filler in salads or soups. However, they're hiding something powerful. With over 11 grams of protein consistent with 100 grams whilst cooked, chickpeas quietly outperform eggs with inside the muscle-keeping game. And in contrast to eggs, chickpeas provide something seniors deeply need: fiber. That manner higher digestion, steadier blood sugar, and decrease irritation, all of which immediately affect your capacity to keep on to lean muscle as you age. A examine posted with inside the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that older adults who changed animal protein with plant primarily based totally alternatives like legumes noticed up to a 26% discount in age-associated muscle loss whey to decreased systemic irritation and higher intestine microbiota. Chickpeas also are wealthy in magnesium, a mineral that facilitates your muscular tissues contract and get better properly. To get the maximum out of chickpeas, soaking them overnight, earlier than cooking, makes them less complicated to digest and raise nutrient availability. You can mash them into hummus with olive oil and garlic, roast them till crispy for a savory snack, or stir them into stews, soups, and curries. Their creamy texture and nutty taste lead them to one of the maximum versatile, excessive protein meals you are in all likelihood now no longer the use of enough. Now, let's pass to a meal this is often omitted due to its small size. However, it packs an excellent, more potent protein lunch consistent with bite. Number 8. Quinoa cooked. 14 grams protein consistent with 100 g. Most human beings think about quinoa as a carb or simply a modern-day grain. But if you are over 60, quinoa can be one of the smartest additions in your plate, especially for breakfast or lunch. Why? Because quinoa can provide approximately 14 grams of excessive quality whole protein, consistent with 100 grams, even after it is cooked. That's right. Quinoa is one of the only a few plant meals that incorporates all 9 critical amino acids your frame cannot make on its own. That manner, it is now no longer simply excessive in protein. It's usable protein that your muscular tissues can certainly soak up and flip into electricity. What makes this extra important for seniors is that quinoa has an exceptionally excessive lysine content. Lysine is essential for muscle repair, calcium absorption, or even collagen formation. One 2022 examine in vitamins determined that seniors who ate up quinoa daily skilled a 9% boom in leg electricity in only 8 weeks as compared to a manipulate organization consuming white rice. The satisfactory manner to put together quinoa for maximum gain is with the aid of using soaking it overnight. This reduces antivitamins like saponins and will increase protein bioavailability. Then prepare dinner it slowly with bone broth or low-sodium vegetable inventory for added minerals. You may even upload turmeric or black pepper for an anti-inflammatory boost. Quinoa makes an extremely good base for hot salads, stir-fries, or even savory breakfast bowls, crowned with sautéed spinach and mushrooms. The key is consistency. Just 3-4 cups day by day can make an actual distinction in muscle restoration and energy. Let's flow as much as variety 7. It's a meal's bodybuilders. Swear with the aid of using, however maximum seniors overlook completely. Number 7. Pumpkin seeds. 19 grams protein consistent with 100 g. They may also be tiny, however pumpkin seeds, additionally called peppers, are shockingly dense in muscle mass-saving vitamins. At 19 grams of protein consistent with 100 g, they nearly double what eggs deliver. But it is now no longer simply the quantity that matters. It's what comes with that protein. Pumpkin seeds are certainly considered one among the richest plant primarily based, totally rare sets of magnesium, iron, and zinc, loose minerals that older adults are frequently deficient in, especially after age 60. Why does that matter? Magnesium performs a direct position in muscle contraction and relaxation. Iron helps oxygen transport to muscle tissues, and zinc facilitates alter muscle regeneration. When your frame lacks those minerals, protein on my own is not sufficient to maintain lean mass. Even extra impressive, a study posted with Inside the Journal of Medicinal Food that day-by-day pumpkin seed consumption decreased muscle infection markers in getting old adults with the aid of using as much as 38% in only 12 weeks. That manner, you are now no longer simply keeping power, you are actively reversing the silent infection that eats away at your muscle fibers over time. The satisfactory manner to apply pumpkin seeds is uncooked and unsalted to keep away from unnecessary sodium and processing. You can toss them over yogurt, mixture them into smoothies, or grind them into seed butter as a creamy excessive protein spread. Just a handful can deliver sufficient protein and minerals to make actual distinction in your power and restoration. Next, let's communicate approximately a meals you possibly associate with bodybuilders. However, it is able to work wonders for seniors too, whilst used the proper manner. Number 6. Tempeh. 20-gram protein consistent with 100 g. Tempeh is certainly considered one among the maximum misunderstood and underrated protein resets for seniors. At 20 g of protein consistent with 100 g, it truly surpasses eggs in natural protein content. But the actual benefit lies in how that protein is delivered. Unlike tofu, that is made from soy milk, tempeh is crafted from whole fermented soybeans. This fermentation procedure, now no longer simplest, makes it simpler to digest for older adults. However, additionally, unlocks an effective spectrum of vitamins that may immediately shield getting old muscle tissue. Tempeh includes all 9 important amino acids your frame desires to rebuild muscle, especially leucine, which turns into severely critical after 60 as your muscle mass emerges as less conscious of protein stimulation. Even extra impressive, tempeh is packed with probiotics, which can be wholesome intestine microorganisms that have an impact on how properly your frame absorbs and makes use of protein. One unnoticed motive many seniors lose muscle isn't simply low intake, it is poor digestion and absorption. A clinical trial from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition located that seniors with higher intestine fitness retained 18% greater lean muscle tissues over 12 months in comparison to people with decreased intestine diversity. Tempeh offers you each the constructing blocks and the organic gear to apply them. To get the maximum out of tempeh, slice it thin and pan syrup with a dash of tamari or apple cider vinegar to decorate flavor without including sugar or heavy oils. You can fall apart it right into a veggie stir-fry, layer it into sandwiches, or toss it into salads for excessive protein, fiber-rich crunch. And as it's fermented, you furthermore get infection manage and intestine stability in each bite. Now, developing next, we are getting into an entire new territory of protein that would not even come from conventional food. However, it is converting the sport for seniors everywhere. Number 5. Spirulina. 29 grams protein, in keeping with 100 g. It may appear like pond scum. However, spirulina is certainly considered one among the maximum effective muscle-maintaining ingredients on the planet. This deep, inexperienced blue algae packs an improbable 29 g of protein in keeping with 100 g. Yes, nearly 3 instances as lots as eggs. But the actual miracle, it is now no longer simply quantity, it is how your frame responds to it. Spirulina's protein is almost 85% bioavailable, which means your muscle tissues take in and use it some distance greater effectively than maximum animal products. And as it consists of all 9 critical amino acids, consisting of an excessive awareness of leucine, it is like sending a right-away sign on your aging muscle fibers. Grow, restore, and strengthen. What makes spirulina even greater staggering is its effective anti-inflammatory profile. Seniors struggling with muscle loss frequently deal with low-grade infection that blocks muscle regeneration and hurries up breakdown. Spirulina consists of fucosin, a rare compound proven in a 2022 look at published in Vitamins to lessen C-reactive protein CRP degrees through 32%, a critical marker of infection. At the same time, it boosts nitric oxide, which facilitates enhanced blood flow to muscle tissue, rushing up restore and nutrient delivery. Now, let's be clear. You don't want to devour spoonfuls of spirulina powder through itself. The excellent manner to apply it is in a smoothie with banana, spinach, and some walnuts, or stirred into warm oatmeal simply after cooking. You can also combo it into homemade protein balls with dates and seeds. But the important thing is consistency. A teaspoon in afternoon is enough to appear predominant advantages inside only a few weeks. Up next, we are moving into one of the world's oldest muscle ingredients that maximum present-day seniors have forgotten. Yet, it is probably the maximum digestible protein in this list. But earlier than we continue, if you've been playing the video so far, hit the like button and don't neglect about to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you do not leave out greater films like this. Number 4. Hemp seeds. 35 grams protein consistent with 100 g. You've possibly visible them sprinkled on smoothie bowls or buried in health-safe shelves. But what maximum seniors do not comprehend is that hemp seeds are one of the maximum entire plant proteins on Earth. And with a median of 34 g of protein consistent with 100 g, they are sitting proper inside the center of this powerhouse list. What makes hemp seeds absolutely particular is not simply the protein quantity, it is the quality. Unlike maximum plant proteins, hemp consists of all 9 critical amino acids inside the proper ratios your body needs. That's rare. Even quinoa doesn't hit that benchmark as efficiently. And for seniors dropping muscle after 60, that amino acid stability is critical. A 2021 Evaluate in Frontiers in Nutrition showed that seniors who fed on entire plant proteins like hemp had substantially higher muscle retention, quicker put-up exercising recovery, and much less age-associated fatigue than the ones who didn't. But the blessings do not prevent at muscle. Hemp seeds also are wealthy in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, in particular GLA, that can assist reduce joint infection, help brain function, or even enhance coronary heart health in older adults. The quality manner to get their complete energy is to consume them raw. Add a spoonful into oatmeal, mixture into smoothies, or sprinkle them over roasted veggies at the same time, as nonetheless heat to release their nutty, savory flavor. And unlike many seeds, they are pretty clean to digest, making them ideal for aging. Digestive systems. Just do not prepare dinner them immediately on excessive heat, as that can break their fragile oils. For seniors seeking out a simple, no-prep, muscle-saving meals that beats eggs and blends into any meal, hemp seeds are the hidden gem maximum are missing. Number 3. Seitan. 39 grams protein consistent with 100 g. This is not a typo. This is not a supplement. It's a plant primarily based totally powerhouse that's quietly packing greater protein consistent with bite than almost each meat you've got eaten. And maximum seniors have in no way even heard of it. Seitan, on occasion known as wheat meat, consists of a big 39 g of protein consistent with 100 g. That's proper on par with the maximum protein-dense animal foods. However, without the saturated fat, heavy digestion, or infection triggers that many meats deliver as you age. What makes seitan in particular effective for seniors is how clean it's miles to digest and absorb. It's crafted from crucial wheat gluten, the main protein in wheat, however, processed in a manner that eliminates maximum starch and fiber, leaving in the back of a close to natural protein. Matrix. For older adults with weaker digestion or enzyme imbalances, this approach quicker uptake and much less intestine strain. In fact, I have a look at posted in Clinical Vitamins in 2022. Observed that seniors who fed on plant primarily based totally protein isolates like seitan retained 21% greater lean muscle groups than the ones depending on trendy blended diets. And here's the kicker. Seitan is extraordinarily low in carbs and honestly fat unfastened, which makes it perfect for the ones coping with diabetes, excessive cholesterol, or extra weight. But it does not forestall there. Seitan is likewise a culinary chameleon. Its firm, chewy texture mimics the chew of meat higher than any soy-based option. They can help seniors transitioning from pink meat without dropping satisfaction. You can slice it into stir fries, saute it in garlic and olive oil, grill it like steak strips, or marinate and roast it to mimic barbecue chicken. For maxima nutrient synergy, pair it with iron-rich veggies like kale or bell peppers, because the small quantity of non-heme iron and seitan receives higher absorbed with Diet C. It's one of the maximum underrated muscle shielding ingredients after 60, and it is sitting with inside the plant-based aisle with nearly no person speaking approximately it. Now, if that bowled over you, get ready. Due to the fact the subsequent meals now no longer handist beats this one in protein. It is elderly for over a year, melts on your mouth, and fuels muscle energy with 30% higher absorption than meat. Number 2, Parmesan cheese. 42g protein in step with 100g. This might also additionally wonder you. However, one of the maximum focused protein ricettes on the planet is sitting proper internal your fridge. And it is now no longer a meat. It's now no longer a supplement. It's elderly, grainy, and often grated without a second thought. We're speaking approximately actual Parmesan cheese, now no longer the powdered type with inside the inexperienced bottle. The actual tough Parmigiano Reggiano from Italy incorporates a jaw-losing 42g of protein in step with 100g. That's greater than eggs, greater than maximum cuts of beef, and greater than double the protein of cottage cheese or milk. But what makes it truly effective for seniors is how properly your frame makes use of that protein. Because it is elderly for 12 to 36 months, Parmesan is extraordinarily low in lactose and wealthy in unfastened shape amino acids, which means your frame does not must do a lot paintings to unlock the protein internal. This is crucial after 60, while enzyme manufacturing and digestion gradual down. A 2019 study posted in Vitamins observed that older adults digest and make use of the amino acids in elderly cheeses almost 30% greater successfully than from trendy meat proteins. That manner greater muscle, constructing energy in step with chew with less digestive stress. Even higher, Pararman promises excessive quantities of leucine, a key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis, especially critical in stopping sarcopenia, the age-related lack of muscle groups. Most seniors aren't getting sufficient leucine. However, simply 30 grams of Parman can supply over 5g, hitting the brink to prompt muscle growth pathways. To maximize its benefits, use freshly shaved Parmesan on pinnacle of warm veggies, internal omelettes, or maybe over a mattress of complete grains. And here's a trick. Warm dishes assist launch greater of the aroma and taste molecules, which can beautify urge for food and make eating greater enjoyable. A not unusual battle for aging adults, but do not overdo it. This is a mighty protein source, and simply a few tablespoons pass an extended way. Number 1, dried fish powder. 63-gram protein in step with 100 gram. You may not locate this in a cereal container or state-of-the-art vegan cookbook, but what sits on the very pinnacle of our list, pound for pound, offers greater protein than any meals we have got included today? It's dried fish powder. Yes, really. Specifically from lean, dehydrated whitefish like cod or pollock. When water is removed, what is left is almost natural protein. And the numbers do not lie. Dried fish powder packs an unbelievable 63 gram of protein. In step with 100g, that's almost double what an egg offers you. It's greater than chook breast, greater than whey protein, and greater than most dietary supplements seniors are losing money on. But it is now no longer simply the variety that matters. What makes this so effective for adults over 60 is how bioavailable this protein is. That manner your frame absorbs it rapid and places it to apply almost without delay for muscle constructing and repair. A 2020 medical trial published in Clinical Nutrition determined that seniors who fed on dried cod powder daily skilled 19% boom in lean muscle tissue over 10 weeks without converting their workout levels. The mystery lies in its dense concentration of vital amino acids, especially leucine, which acts like a cause for muscle growth. Most seniors do not get sufficient leucine from their meals. Just 25 grams of dried fish powder offers over 3g of leucine, greater than sufficient. Stimulate muscle protein synthesis, consistent with Harvard researchers. How do you operate it? You do not want to consume it with a spoon. This powder may be mixed into soups, mixed into stews, sprinkled over mashed vegetables, or even stirred into savory oatmeal for a protein-rich breakfast. It's shelf-stable, smooth to store, and calls for no chewing. Ideal for older adults with trouble swallowing or chewing tougher meats. Just make certain to shop for high excellent food-grade variations without added salt or flavorings. Because this isn't only a protein source, it is a clinical device for rebuilding power after 60. It's the maximum underrated meals in the senior nutrients world, and the numbers show it. So, there you've got it. 10 actual ingredients that comprise extra protein than eggs. Each one sponsored through technological know-how and demonstrated to combat muscle loss after 60. Most seniors are dropping as much as 1% of muscle tissue each unmarried year. And they do not even comprehend it till it is too late. But with the proper ingredients and the proper form of protein, you could flip it around. Fast, not with pills, now no longer with powders, however with actual nutrient-dense ingredients that your muscle groups can without a doubt soak up and use. And remember, the meals we ranked primary today. It can provide nearly extra than triple the protein of eggs. And research display it is able to rebuild lean muscle to nearly 20% without lifting an unmarried weight. That's the form of data massive complement groups wish you never see. But now you have visible it, so do not wait. Start including those ingredients for your plate this week and watch what happens for your power, energy, and mobility. Also, consider to remark below which of those ingredients taken aback you the maximum. We're analyzing and replying to each remark. And consider to subscribe for extra novel of science-backed senior fitness motion pictures each unmarried week. Your muscle groups are listening. Now it is your flip to feed them. If you've got any questions or comments, please experience free to depart them below. Thanks for watching.